So everybody is clear on what the time wave is now? Huh? So the degree of change, change is novelty. Something new, something never happened before, or something we never saw before. That's the nature of change. So when change hits, it's always destabilizing. I mean, that's the nature, that's the meaning of change, right? It's nothing remaining the same. So when we have change, it always makes us grow, because we have to deal with a situation or a quality that we've never had to deal with before. That's the nature of change. So when we have change, we always are surprised. Novelty means a surprise. Here's a novelty gift for you, or something like that. And we also get a chance to look at the world in a new way and to experience things in a new way that we never did before. So change is good in the sense that it helps us grow. But too much change is like too much of a good thing. We don't have time to integrate it. We don't have the headspace, to make sense of it, to deal with it, to understand how it fits in with everything else. Change can overwhelm us. And this is what happens, this is what people try to do, for example, in strategy. When they make a military strategy or a competitive strategy for a business, they try to drive the change so fast that the other guys can't keep up, or to drive it in a novel direction that no one is prepared to deal with. This is strategy. This is how you win in certain competitive areas in life. So what's going to happen when change goes so fast that it overcomes the ability of our systems to integrate it? Well, the answer is we don't know what's going to happen.
What's your best guess?
That is my best guess. By definition, we can't know what's going to happen because it's going to be new. It never happened before. Novelty means it's unique, it's new, it never happened. So whatever's going to happen is going to come out of left field. It's going to be completely unexpected, unimaginable. Because the degree of change we're talking about, and if you look at those graphs, I mean, sunspot cycles, weather changes, changes in the economy, in the stock market, in government. I mean, look at all the rebellions in the world today. What's going on? It's like, seems like every state wants to chop itself up into little pieces based on along ethnic lines and stuff like that. There's all kinds of things going on in every area of life. It just happens to be easier to trace out in the technology area because we have a lot of reliable data in that area. But the same thing is happening all over the place. So why? Well, the Vedas say that time is cyclical. And time in the Vedic system is divided up into yugas. So actually, let's go back to the whiteboard. I might want to come back to this again. Go back to the, to the video. Exit sharing. Here. Let's go back to the whiteboard. Okay. So we're back. Yeah, where is Uddhava? Nobody can get in touch with him? What's up with him? And what happened to Tony? Tony didn't show up either. Hold on. So, the measure of time in the Vedic system is called a yuga. A yuga equals 432,000 years. So, there are 4 yugas. Kali, Dwapara, Treta, and Satya. Kali Yuga is, Kali means one. So one yuga, so it's 432,000 years. Dvapara means two, so it's 864,000 years. Treta means three. These are powers of two, right? So it's 1,728,000 or something like that. Is that right? 4, 8, 12, yeah, 1,000 years. And Satya is also known as Krita. Krita means 4. So 2 to the 4th is 8, so it's like 3,456,000 years. That's the Vedic time cycle. And sum total of this is like 5,432,000 or something like that. So one yuga cycle is about 5.5 million years. And actually they come in the reverse order. Satya is first, Satya, then Treta, then Dvapara, then Kali. That's the order of the cycles of Vedic history. Can everybody see? There we go. So when we look at time, we're looking at a cyclical pattern that occurs over and over and over again. For example, in Satya Yuga, everyone is very pure, very spiritual, very moral, very loving. Everything goes according to the principles of religion and so on. In Treta Yuga, vice is introduced, sin is introduced, and it begins to affect up to 25% of the population. In Dvapara Yuga, the sin increases and it affects ultimately about 50% of the population. And in Kali Yuga, the sin or unrighteousness eventually affects 100% of the population. So we're in Kali Yuga right now. We have passed through approximately 5,140 years of Kali Yuga. And this is called the Kali Chakra of Kali Yuga. So within each yuga, there are chakras. And here the chakra just means a cycle. Actually, chakra means wheel. So within Kali Yuga, you have the Kali Chakra, then the Satya Chakra, then the Dvapara Chakra, and then the Treta Chakra. Each chakra is 5,140 years. So in other words, we're right at the end of the Kali Chakra right now. And then the Satya Chakra is like 10 to the 4th, or 8 times that. It's about 20,000 years. Dvapara is about 10,000. No, that's 40,000. Sorry. It's about 40,000 years. This is about 20,000 years. This is about 10,000 years. So then that cycles of chakras repeat during the yuga, and always in the same order. So in the beginning of Satya Yuga, for example, it starts out with the Satya Chakra of Satya Yuga, which is a very long time. And then Dvapara and then Treta and Kali. But Kali begins with the Kali Chakra. And so since Kali Yuga only began 5,000 years ago, it began with the Kali Chakra, and now we're right at the end of that. So in between each yuga and the next, and also in between each chakra and the next, there's a period called Sandhya. Sandhya means the border, or the transition. And in every Sandhya, there is a pralaya. Pralaya means devastation. And what really is a devastation means a period of increased change. What is a devastation? It means things are changing so fast it actually wipes everything out. So in the past, scriptures talk about a great flood. And we know there was a great flood. It was recorded in the Bible. It's also recorded in the Vedas. Different stories are there. Then at certain times we know there's been flames scorching the earth. Maybe a comet came by, or maybe some other astrological body came by and there was excessive heat. And then there's been other times when there was too much wind. And sometimes there was, all different natural disasters have occurred on this planet that kind of wiped everything out and people had to start over again. And that's called pralaya. And that happens at particular times.